Welcome to another episode of Those Three Dudes. I am Luke,
I'm John.
And I'm Sam.
and we are coming back to you again for another fun-filled, packed. Hold on one sec. Adding to my sound barrier. Another fun-filled, packed episode here. Today we are going to talk about our bucket list vacations or places we just want to visit. I was actually going to name this episode Dream Vacations uh, in Death or something like that, but I figured probably not the best time with everything that's happening in the world. Um, I'd like to send out condolences to the Kirk family on Charlie Kirk's assassination, which, for those of you in the mainstream legacy media, it was a fucking assassination, not a murder. Okay? As a political figure that was assassinated.
Yep.
Stop trying to downgrade it.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm actually quite impressed that I've actually seen like MSNBC actually fire uh, people from their organization that were downplaying the whole thing, the whole tragedy and stuff. Um, it's it's absolutely disgusting what I've seen in the media. Sorry, I just got to throw this out there. I know this was not part of the topic tonight, but it's fucking pissing me off. Um,
Same here.
I think American Hodl said it best on the Bitcoin podcast. I would throw it up here right now, but I didn't queue it up because I saw it earlier and I just didn't have time to queue it up. But if you get a chance to listen or watch that podcast, it has American Hodl, it has Walker, and Guy Swan and somebody else I can't remember offhand. Um, but yeah, he lays it all out. So yeah. Anyway, so how's everybody tonight?
Good.
Murdoch?
Hey, I might be trying to, do some gotta do some of that antifreeze glaze on the barbecue chicken, but what's a little bit of Bell's palsy?
I mean, Koala, how's it going down there? And not
Good.
the other side of the planet.
Good. Just got an absolute bitch of a week coming up.
Why is that?
Uh,
Or the NSA won't allow you to tell us.
they won't let me say.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
I've got extra people I've got to, you know, listen to.
Ah, yes, yes. Dave is on vacation. This is episode 201. 201. We're going with 201 on this one, guys. You'll understand later. Anyway, it's episode 201. And we are going to talk about some dream vacations. Alec is not here, so I'm going to talk about one of his dream vacations. For those of you on Noster, once again, I tried. If you can see, I know on Odyssey, it shows my toolbar at the bottom of the screen. Probably, well, it doesn't on Kick, but on Odyssey, I do have this Zapstream app running right now, but it won't pick up the live stream off of OBS, the Zapstream you recommend using. So, guess what? We're on Odyssey and Kick. So, but so I don't know who wants to go first. Anybody have, or do you want me to? I'll just lay out where Alec wants to go, and really, it's a place that I want to go as well. Um, I
Go
don't
for
know
it.
what.
Go for it.
Okay, and I will say, by the way, guys, share screen is on, so feel free to share pictures of wherever it is that you want to go for people on the live stream. Um, but so where Alec wants to go, this is not the window that I was trying to open up. Where Alec wants to go is, and I want to go there too, just not for the same reasons, is Pripyat, do you say it? Ukraine, or as most of the world would know it as the ghost city of Chernobyl. Um, Alec wants to go there, to uh, see what banging a mutant would feel like. Um, I want to go there to check out the ruins because I think that it'd be really kick ass to go there. Um,
No, you just want to do a mutant also.
no, no, not in any way, shape, or form. I mean, for those of you that don't know about um, Pripyat, so or Chernobyl, maybe for those that are like a millennial style, not even a millennial, Gen Z um, age range and stuff. So in 1986, the Chernobyl power plant did a nuclear test or did a test on their facility. And when they did the test, it ended in a catastrophic meltdown of the power plant. So there is this city with, if I recall, 50,000, it was around 50,000 people living in the city at the time. Um, like they had Olympic sized swimming pool and everything. Uh, they had to evacuate. And at first, they were just told that it was only going to be for a few days. And, you know, lo and behold, it's 2025 right now. And the city has been emptied since 1986. Um, it was Soviet back then, not Ukrainian. Um, and since then, there have been people that refuse to uh, evacuate from the city that do still live there. That's why I said that Alec might get some mutant there.
No, he just wants to pet the nuclear puppies.
He wants to pet the nuclear puppies, which there's lots of dogs there, from what I understand. Um, he told me that if he ever wins the lotto, and actually, I guess he also put in for a drawing, um, to go there, and it came with like an extra ticket, and he's like, "I know you want to go there. Would you go there with me?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I mean, I'll even buy a pair of knee pads if that's what will get me a get me a spot on in a seat next to you on the plane. I mean, uh, I would
Meanwhile,
love to go.
he's probably playing nothing but Stalker for like the past fucking year and a half. Just like, ugh.
I just want to I just want to go check it out. I mean, I would love to go check out the nuclear power plant too. I mean, it's safe and
You want to touch the elephant's
front,
foot.
huh?
You want to touch the elephant's foot.
I don't want to touch the elephant's foot. Um, I I do think that it'd be cool if I could safely get close enough to actually see it. And I think you can actually get down there now in a tour, but you might have to be like suited up. I'm not entirely sure. Um, but I know that they run tours of the whole thing. I
I mean,
mean,
that plant still produces power.
it can produce power. It was shut down in '94. I think they shut down the last reactor. 94, 95, somewhere in there. Um,
They say.
that they say, but I mean, it's Ukraine, so I don't trust anything coming out of Ukraine, anyways. But I was looking at like it came up when I was trying to find the pictures and stuff, like overnight tours, $3,500 to go on an overnight tour. Um, yeah, it'd be cool. I think it'd be awesome to go there. I know. What was it during the whole thing that's the whole war that's going on right there? I think it was said that Russia originally like pushed to take that part of the Ukraine and stuff um to take control of Chernobyl, take control of the power plant there. And I mean, they could have possibly brought it back online if they had taken it over, but I know that it also got hit with like a drone strike. Um, and by drone strike, I'm pretty sure that it was a Ukrainian drone strike because the pictures that I saw looked like cheap ass drones that had crashed into the sarcophagus of the um, plant. So that's why I figure it wasn't Russian because why would Russia do that? Wouldn't they just if they wanted to do something like that, wouldn't they just blow the shit up?
Yeah, I mean, there is probably still some useful hot rocks there that could be turned into even spicier stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, I know you can take tours of the actual power plant too, because I have seen like the videos of the tours going through the control room of reactor 4 and stuff, which is the reactor that exploded. So, um, I mean that is one place that I would love to go. I there's lots of stories, lots of myths. I don't know what all is true and stuff. Like I know there was a video circulating for a while of like two teenagers or like 20 somethings that girls that were playing that like got into like the claw that was used to um like lift the debris and dump it back onto the reactor and stuff, and videos saying that they died right after touching it and stuff. And I'm like maybe, but I mean this was like less than 10 years ago, and I gotta feel like that's not that hot anymore. I mean, if it was that hot, they probably would have felt something just and I've seen lots of videos of people going right up to it. So, and just not touching it, but going right up to it. It seems like if it was that hot, you wouldn't be able to get right up to it.
If it's that hot, you wouldn't be able to see it on camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cameras really don't like radiation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they
They'll
get
spaz out.
real
They'll
staticky and stuff like
yeah.
that. Because like the film footage from the actual cleanup and stuff, like it was real grainy, and but they could still get footage of the stuff. It's just real grainy. Yeah. I mean, hell, they were the when they first found the elephant's foot, the only way that they could approach the elephant's foot is they uh, were sitting in the room adjacent to it and put a camera on a pole around the corner of the wall and stuff to get get the actual footage of the elephant's foot. But for those of you that don't know what the elephant's foot is, it's molten. What is it? I'm trying to think of the name of the element.
Probably cesium.
I can't remember. It was the core, and it's like molten. Looks like molten lava, molten glass.
Because you don't use straight up uranium, you decay other elements into. It's not a. It's so.
What? You're not a nuclear scientist?
I am not the nuclear Boy Scout.
That he tells us.
No, that guy's dead. Michigan lore. That guy was from Michigan and built some really goddamn sketchy nuclear reactors out of smoke detectors, which you can do.
Oh yeah, Smoke detectors are radioactive.
Yes.
They have radioactive warnings on them.
Yes.
You know what else is radioactive? Tritium watches and tritium night sights. uh, but no,
Ask
I
the
would.
Radium Girls how they're doing.
But no, I would love to go there. And Alec wants to go there too. I mean, that's just one of my many places that I would love to go visit. Sam, do you got something?
I do. I do. So this one's kind of a little bit off the wall, but not really. So, can you see? Yeah. Aha. So, if any place outside of the United States, mind you, I don't really want to go outside the United States, but if I were, it would definitely be Hokkaido. Hokkaido is the northern island of Japan. And then you go, why would you want to go to Hokkaido versus any of the other places? Well, one, it's not a tourist, you know, area like you would have with Tokyo and all that. It's a very rural area, but you get some specifically like the Mikuni Pass. Uh, Being as much as a vehicle guy as I am, there is some fantastic driving roads in this area. And incredible sights. The like just coming up to that right there, on the white path, driving basically into the sea. That would be pretty awesome to see. But just it's very rural compared to everywhere else. I'm not a big city person. I'm not, hell, even the capital city here is borderline too big for me. I'm just like,
Oh yeah. I mean, I I I'm not a city person, but I work in a city. Um, but yeah, I would love to go to. Honestly, I would love to visit Japan in general. I I would like to visit. I would. I don't like the idea of Tokyo, but I want to visit Tokyo. Like, just way too many people. I can't do the whole Japanese like hotel thing where you're sleeping in just like a cave thing because they sleep like 20 people to a room or something, and it's like all bunk beds that you just have like a little door that you crawl in and stuff like that. But
yeah, like
just
the
for the
biggest.
experience and stuff, I think it'd be cool to visit Tokyo, but all of Japan I would love to go visit.
Well, but if you go to Hokkaido, you have Sapporo there, and Sapporo is on the larger side of a city, but you get a lot of the cherry blossoms and all that there that bloom really nicely if you go in the right time of year.
Yeah. Yeah, the cherry blossoms would be awesome too. John, do you got one for us?
I've actually got two.
Oh, I still have. I
Okay.
probably have a couple, but
Okay. Share that one. And this is what I'd love to do.
Hell yeah, brother.
yes,
Have a
yes.
look at the prices per day. 2.5 grand for 2 hours.
But hold on. Wait a minute. There's something here that's quite interesting, right? So yeah, 2 hours. Sure. But look at the line below it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right.
Unlimited ammo.
Yeah, unlimited ammo. Now the rifle that for the rental, that's okay. It is a Daniel defense, whatever. Sure, you know, and shooting suppressed is, I mean, it's nice, but you know, I get, yeah, you pretty much have to. It sucked to not shoot suppressed on that, but
You got a uh, range train, exotic ranch tour,
well, that's for the overnight.
access to a 1,600-yard range.
oh, you're gonna make me do math and convert that.
That would be it would be fun.
Just under a mile, 9/10 of a mile.
Then you've also got 3,200. That's your hunt, 2 night stay, unlimited ammo, the range tour, and it goes all the way up to near enough 5 grand per person. Then you've got add-ons. Ooh, some of these aren't bad. Oh yeah, bobcat, fox, coyote, coons, wild pigs. Okay, so that is one of mine.
No, I not that this is one of mine, but uh, I just listened to a podcast the other day, and it was talking about cheap DIY um, hunting trips and going to Vegas, like flying into Vegas and going out into the desert. You can hunt uh what was it, coyote and rabbits for free. Like you don't need a license at all. You just go out there and just take as many as you want.
I can drive half an hour.
Well, okay. You, yes, I I understand. I'm just saying the rest of us. But
Flying to Albuquerque.
well, that's true too.
But did you take a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's see where to go with my next one. I would have to say probably I would like to go on a safari uh in Africa, probably. Um Specific one, not really. Just just to see the cool sights. I mean, I would definitely like to go big game hunting. Um and I would take whatever the hell I could. Um Preferably whatever I could that I can also bring something back to the US, because like leopards, any of the spotted cats, you it is it doesn't matter. They are not allowed in the U.S.
Yeah.
for import. Yeah. Or as far as I know, I don't even know if they're allowed in most of Europe either, because there's this whole thing that leopards are endangered and they aren't. So
Are they listed in?
no, they were for a brief period in the 70s, and then it was determined that the people that came up with the numbers had no idea what they were talking about, and actually the leopard population, when they started to put it into a protected class, the number exploded, um, to the point where it was way too obvious that they were not endangered. So then they were just up for grabs. And uh, the one book that I had talked about, Death in the High Grass, by Peter Hathaway Capstick, had talked about leopard was his favorite animal to hunt out there. And he, after they took it off the list and everything else, he had contacted, like, he finally got a hold of somebody because he was trying to find out when he would be able to start, like, going out there and actually bringing some of his trophies back. And somebody finally said, you never will, because there's too much financial backing in the lobbyists to allow them to ever allow it. So, because everybody looks at leopards or cheetahs and think, oh, cute kitties. But I would love to go do a hunt out there. Um, I mean, I'm honestly, I love the U.S. Like, personally, I don't really want to go any place for any extended amount of time, but there are different places that I've always wanted to visit. For a while there, I really wanted to visit, like, Australia, until just all the messed up shit that's gone on down there over the past couple decades. So I no longer really want to go visit Australia. Um, but Africa, I think that'd be interesting and stuff. I mean, it's the old west for the most part. So got to make sure I don't die. And unfortunately, I can't take my own protection. So
No, well, I mean, but granted, like, you're talking when you a safari rifle is typically bigger than what
oh yeah,
mostly is available in the United States. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
not that you can't get it in the United States, don't get me wrong, but I don't see very many people shooting,
Where are
oh,
you going to get the ammunition in the United States is a big thing, because so many of those cartridges are like, I mean,
some of them are hand built, but there's like at least your more common ones, not that they're common, but like your 500 nitro, 600 nitro, 700 nitro, you can purchase
yeah,
no problem. It's when you get to like the 4 bore, like from Christensen Arm, where that one is, you have to, you have to hand load those. 8.6 Blackout is borderline a Safari cartridge. It is more than capable. I mean, they took a Cape Buffalo with one, and Cape Buffalo are notoriously difficult to put down,
oh yeah,
and they put one down with that. So that tells me, hey, well, A6 Blackout, you can chamber that in, it's just a necked up 308.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. That one book that I talked about on the last episode, it's wild, all the stuff that it just happens out there.
Oh,
So,
375 Weatherby, you can get a Sportsman.
oh yeah, that's true. Nope. Nope. Do you have another place that you'd like to visit,
I've
Sam?
got not necessarily a place, but
Or something that you would like to do?
right. So, as a person that's been into manufacturing as long as I have, uh, it would be kind of a cool thing to be able to like go to different manufacturing facilities. I've already been inside Kimber manufacturing facility, which is it's a beautiful manufacturing facility. But it's like, okay, you know, let's go down to Geisley's place. Let's go down to LaRue's place. Let's go to, you know, let's go to Brenton. Let's, see how all of these different firearms manufacturers do things. I think that to me that'd be cool. I know a lot of people be like, but
Is Brenton the one that's here in Michigan?
it is. It is in Lansing.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, I've done parts for them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've been in there. It's not that impressive.
Yeah, no,
I used to deliver and pick up from them all the time and stuff.
Yeah, no, I fixed gas blocks for them.
Okay.
They sent them. They got them coated and didn't realize that they were the wrong size.
Ooh.
And when you coat them with DLC coating, you
I
need a very specific type of machine that can do it, and we have that specific type of machine.
I spent 2 months delivering there and doing pickups there before I realized that it was a firearms company.
Well, so a lot of them are very. Brenton is one of those. It's a very. They're very hunting oriented.
Yeah.
And so it might not be very obvious to someone on the outside looking in. You might just think, oh, it's just, because it's not Brenton Firearms. It's just Brenton.
Yeah.
It's very nondescript.
Yeah.
A lot of firearm manufacturers are that way, just because they don't want and in a lot of them, the security is really, really high in them.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Not theirs.
Like when I went to Kimber, I had to go through 3 different checkpoints before I could even get onto the factory floor.
Yeah, no, I honestly because it's an overhead door and a pedestrian door, and it's like it just looks like or not even a warehouse. Because it's like a strip with like 6 different businesses and stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
Yeah,
they're very low volume too. It's not like they're very high volume.
Oh yeah, but they're quite expensive. I mean,
yeah, $4,000 for an AR-15 is
for their cheap model. Their cheap model at the time was 35.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, I didn't realize that what was it? I had like a couple boxes that I was dropping off there, and they were heavier than hell. And like the owner was like, "Oh, there's our barrels," and I'm like, "Your barrels and stuff." He's like, "Yeah, we've been waiting for these for the next model of gun that we're building and stuff." And I'm like, "You guys build guns?" And I'm like, by this point, I'm like, now I'm peaked. I'm like, I walk through the door. I'm like, before I just normally knock on the door, they open the door and I just hand them the boxes and I go and stuff. And I walk in and like it's just shelves, like plywood shelves with boxes of ARs and stuff. And
yeah, but like think about like when you come into my place, how much of it do you really see?
Yeah, well, all I ever see is like the presses and like the lathes or whatever.
But you barely see the presses.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't. Well, and to be fair, when I walked in there, it was rare that like I think they have, or at the time when I walked in, like they didn't have that much machinery in there. It was all the machinery that it looked like pretty much the same machinery that your place has, where it has the doors closing.
Yeah, all mills. Yeah, just a lot of mills. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
And stuff.
Probably infinitely more accurate than our mills, for sure.
Oh, I would hope so. But not saying anything against your company or anything.
No. We know what they hold. They don't have to hold anything.
Yeah.
We're not we don't build anything that has to be precise.
Yeah, or safety oriented to the point of you don't want it to blow up in your customer's face generally. So
Who cares? It's not our problem.
Insurance.
No, honestly, the coolest time going in there is when before they would go to SHOT Show or anything like that.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
then they would have they'd have all their displays and stuff
They
set
get
up and their
everything ready to
yup,
take
get
out there.
everything to
Yeah.
go and stuff. Then it was like, oh, this is now I can see
Now you're getting it. You're like, oh.
now I can see that you have a bunch of cool stuff here.
And the thing is like, oh, it's such a liberal town.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
It's not in a liberal area, but it's in a
yeah.
very liberal town.
Well, that isn't even really Lansing. That's
No, it's
that's
not.
Dimondale, really.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
still,
like,
it's like
yeah,
you go
yeah,
like really in Lansing? Like I can see Fowlerville,
yeah, yeah. Weberville, Fowlerville.
Dansville,
Yep, yep.
Williamston to a certain extent.
No, not at all.
It depends. Yeah,
Their downtown is about as snooty as and
yeah,
liberal as
rich people.
yeah. Potterville. I mean, but
Hmm.
it's close to Potterville. I mean, Potterville's part of that area is Potterville address too. So
Yeah.
everybody's like, "What the fuck are these people talking about?" Anyway, John, do you got another one for us?
Yep. Now, this isn't a place, but even though I am afraid of heights, I would like
Oh, to go skydiving, huh?
not normal skydiving.
Oh, halo jumping, huh?
Yeah.
Oof.
Man, I'm not seeing a lot of curvature there.
Shut up, flat earther.
Years ago, I may have been able to do it very cheaply, but yeah,
Why do civilians make halo jumps? Why not?
exactly. Like 200 miles an hour.
John, tell for those that do not know what a halo jump is.
High altitude, low opening. You
Oh,
free fall for about 2+ minutes, and then you pull the chute 1,500 feet from the ground. You start out at where is it?
yeah, I'm trying to remember what. Oh,
Here it is,
25 to 28.
1,000 feet.
Yep.
So yeah, you can, and it's not cheap. $5,000 per person.
But John, you might want to scroll up a little bit. Little bit more. Right. Oh, yeah. Special requirements.
All halo jumpers are required to be at least 18 years old in good physical health. Tandem halo jumpers must weigh less than 225 and cannot have had surgery in the last 18 months or have donated blood in 30 days. Men must be clean shaven. Clean shaven. Just hold your breath. Hold your breath, John.
Yeah, you should be able to hold your breath for 2 minutes.
Yeah, just hold your breath.
Actually, you don't even have to hold it for 2 minutes. You just have to hold it long enough to get into, at least a decent amount of atmosphere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hold your breath. Clean shaven. Oh, nope. I'm done. Other than the fact that, yeah, no, I am not if I were to do that, they would probably wake me up on the ground because I would
You're
probably.
hoping they wake you up on the ground.
I hope they wake me up on the ground.
I'll tell a little.
Honestly, I wonder how many times like the person that goes jumping with them, they've actually had just like pass out mid jump because
I'll
it's
tell
tandem.
you. I'll tell you a little story. It was when I first came to the States to meet my future wife and to go to a website reunion.
He didn't
The
try to get you to
website,
Halo jump with him, did he?
sorry,
He didn't try to get you to Halo jump with him, did he?
it wasn't offered, but look on in his face. The website was for Richard Marcinko, the Rogue Warrior, the granddaddy of SEAL Team 6.
John, I was just going to tell them they need to listen to the last episode if they really want to know who we're talking about here.
A lot of
But
people wouldn't
I know.
click,
Yeah.
but we're talking about it. And one of the other people said, would you do a Halo? And everybody looked at the boss. He had a smile on his face. And I went, not enough beer in the world. And the look in his face was, I bet you there is. He would have been the only one that I would have gone with
Yeah.
because he's done hundreds, if not
Oh,
thousands.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he'd be the type of person that would pretend the chute wasn't going to open and come lower because he did a jump during his Navy days where he opened the chute at the height of the funnels on a warship. And that's only 500 feet, if that. He said he did one oscillation and he was in the water. Yeah.
Nope, I'm good.
That water probably felt fucking great.
Yeah.
And that's being sarcastic in that. And it hurt like
Yeah.
shit.
Well, he was saying he's what do you call him in the Navy? Master Chief had a bullhorn saying, "You're grounded," as he was coming up out of the water.
Not service related.
Yeah.
Injury
So-
is not service related.
But I'm thinking back now, I should have taken him up on it because
it would have been that would definitely have been like a once in a lifetime opportunity to go.
yeah. And this would have been military. It wouldn't have been civilians.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Nope. I'm good. I'm good. You can jump out of the plane. I'm good. I don't even want to go up in a perfectly fine airplane.
There is no such thing as a perfectly fine airplane.
I'm human. I am not meant to leave the ground like that. Let's see. Where would Luke go next? Honestly, I would really love to. It'd be. I really want to go explore like some old castles, like
Scotland.
yeah, either Scotland, Ireland. Um, Honestly, I would like to go explore some castles that are not like still intact, like just some ruins and stuff.
Mhm.
Like why can't I think of his name offhand? The the former special forces guy that served in the Irish special forces, and then he came to the U.S. and he
Uh,
served at why can't I think of his name? Ran Overwatch Consulting and stuff. He also was one of the founding members of God, what's that other survival company? Uh, Worked with Black Rifle Coffee guys for a while and stuff.
well, it's not Tim Kennedy,
No, no, not
and
Tim.
it's not
Um,
it's not Obi-Wan Nairobi. Uh,
no,
no, because
the
he's British.
yep the he worked with shit. Why? Hold on. Oh, I hate having to look it up because I follow him on Instagram too.
Tom Albano,
No, uh,
Kevin Whelan,
that Kevin
Whelan.
Kevin P Owens. Kevin Owens. Anyways, Kevin Owens, he grew up in Ireland. He was on the Irish Special Forces um, for I don't know how many years. He said he was in Special Forces. Like he got into the Irish Army, and he was in that for like a year or 2 years, and was given the opportunity to go work counterterrorism and work for their special forces and stuff. And he was still in his 20s, and he's like, hell yeah, and he jumped in that and stuff and did that. And him and one of his colleagues started a little survival school over there for a while, and then like his bosses didn't like that, told him either you close the school or you leave the military and stuff. So he left the military, and the school never panned out. So then he became an illegal immigrant into the U.S. until he finally got his got his citizenship, which he was already in the U.S. Army before then, and got his citizenship, and then he went special forces and retired as the person that actually does the approvals for new equipment for special operations. So, um, but he he has a podcast, or he did have a podcast, and he would talk about different stuff between special forces and military and long because he was a special forces sniper. Um, Won a bunch of competitions and stuff, and traveled the world for the U.S. doing that. But he talked about growing up in Ireland and how it never really dawned on him because it's just there, but like playing in like ruins of castles and stuff because they're just all over the place over there,
Mhm.
and not even thinking about it. And now it's like you go there and these are like tourist destinations. People are just trying to find any old ruins to go check out as much as they can and stuff. So, but just talking about that, and I I think it'd be awesome to just go explore some of the old ruins. I'm a big history buff anyways, and I just love that stuff. So I would love to go check out some castles. Honestly, you know I've thought about like going and like checking out um ruins. I I mean I'm in Michigan, Sam. How many abandoned sites are there in Michigan? I
In the
mean,
Lower Peninsula, not that many.
there's still quite a bit.
There's still a few. There's still a few, but not compared to like any of the copper areas.
Well,
You'll
no, but still, like, I mean, you can still I think you can still, like, not that you're allowed to, but you can still, like, wander around old car plants down in Detroit and stuff.
Oh no, no,
I mean,
no.
think of all the abandoned in Detroit.
That's okay, but that's more of Europe, your urban exploring, and
Yeah,
that's a little bit different.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's a little bit different than
it is, but I've thought about possibly going and checking out, like,
I think one of them, the test track on the roof is still there.
I
Like it's
thought it
still,
had started to collapse
it
through.
might be starting to collapse now, but like the I think it was Ford on one of their first plants, they had a test track on the roof.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that famous one that's down there that everybody always takes pictures in and stuff. I
I
mean,
want to say
there
it's
isn't there.
Chrysler.
No, it's a company that's no longer in existence.
Oh, so that would mean it'd probably be
I'm
Hudson?
No, it wasn't Hudson. God, I can't think of it off. I want to say it either starts with an L or a P, but I can't think of it.
Island?
What?
Leyland.
No.
No, not Brit. Packard. It's the Packard
Oh yeah,
plant.
the Packard plant. That's it. Packard plant.
No, we don't have British Leyland cars here for the most part, other than occasionally some Austin Healys that show up.
But I mean, there isn't that much abandoned around here anymore, really, unless you like want to go look at some abandoned houses and stuff.
Yeah,
But
but the one famous, and I know you know about this one, but that's in between where I live and the one town you mentioned. They finally tore that one down
wait, the
on Lansing Road, in between. It was in between the highway and the road by the wood shop by that wood place where
oh,
they do lawn.
I can't even think of what was there.
There was a house there, but it was
Oh, was
buried behind a whole bunch of fucking trees.
oh
They actually pulled like 6 fucking cars out of there.
oh did they?
And then
No,
there was the old strip club that was also on the same road, farther down.
that wasn't the Velvet Touch. That wasn't a strip club, even though you could get a happy ending in the back end.
But there's a they pulled that down. There's like 30 cars back in the lot back there.
I can tell you a personal story about that place.
Well, I mean, that's the Hawaii Spa. I think you're thinking of the wrong place.
No. I had a roommate once that that was a truck driver.
Oh, of course, right. No further questions. No further questions.
And let's just say he brought something home that was that
Permanent?
no.
Oh, okay. A little penicillin took care of that one. All right, that's good.
That's true. I always forget about all the shit that used to be right there along Lansing Road. Actually, what would be I don't know if there's anything in it now, but the old AMC that's right next to the Lansing Mall.
It is. There was talks about converting it to something, but it's just one of the car dealerships. I think one of the car dealerships owns it.
Oh, okay.
Owns the lot because they use it for overflow.
Okay.
I want to say it's a Dodge dealership down there.
I mean, there used to be all kinds of like abandoned places in Lansing, but now they're turning them all into like senior living and Section 8 housing and stuff. Like what is it? Is it the old Eastern High School that used to be, or no, not
Ooh.
Eastern. Oh, but actually isn't the no, they just tore down
Yeah.
Eastern. Now that I think about it. They just tore that down. But that junior high that's right on
Yep.
Cedar Street just got turned into a senior living facility and stuff. The haunted, the most haunted place in Lansing, the Abigail School of the Blind and stuff, got turned into senior living years ago now, and after like reading the stories of the haunting, that like how it was haunted and stuff, like every time I, because that's on my route, so I'm in there all the time. um and I've thought about like asking residents, I'm like, so do you ever like hear anything weird or something? I mean, the place is full, so it's not like people are scared of being there, so.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But no, it, and that I'm not a big horror fan, so like checking out haunted places I wouldn't care about, but like checking out some abandoned places, like
I mean, I know there's a lot like more that's more towards out west.
y-
Like there's a lot in those boom towns that
well,
just come up and then boom, die really quickly. And not
like
so much,
as far as the old ones and stuff, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, but a lot of those also have just sort of like just completely, because they weren't built to last, so a lot of them have just disappeared. Awesome, like they just crumbled and deteriorated, like the old ghost towns and stuff out west. I mean, there are a few ghost towns here in Michigan, or there used to be. What is it? Is it Beaver Island?
Singapore,
What was that?
Singapore,
Singapore has?
Singapore, the Kemana Peninsula.
Oh, yeah,
There's a few.
yeah. Well, was it Beaver Island that there's like an abandoned town on? I'm trying to remember. There was an island in, I want to say, Upper Lake Michigan that had a town on it that ended up becoming abandoned after like the fur trade collapsed or something like that. I can't remember.
Now here's one that might get you. So Pier Cheney
I've heard of it. I can't
is
picture.
is known more for its local legends of a witch's curse and subsequent outbreaks of disease.
Where's that at?
That is Beaver Creek Township, and it is by Roscommon.
Okay, not that far.
It's between Roscommon and Grayling.
Okay, you know, not that far. A couple counties away. Hmm.
That one's the weirdest one on the list. The rest of them are just like, oh, it was a logging town. It was an iron community.
Yeah.
You know, it was a copper mining. Okay, but then that one's just like kind of the oddball
Yeah.
out of the quick list.
I wouldn't mind going and checking out like even like something like, is it Saturian or Saturia, the one in Pennsylvania, or is it Ohio, that has the coal mine fire that's been going on now for like
That
60
one
years or something like that.
that probably reigns more in Pennsylvania than Ohio.
Yeah, I think it's
Maybe
Pennsylvania.
maybe even Virginia. That sounds very
No,
Appalachian.
it's I think it's Pennsylvania. I'm trying to think.
Pennsylvania, 1962.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not anything special as far as the ghost town goes, and actually I believe there are still some people that live there. It is sort of like it is like uh like a tourist site. there's like the main highway that goes into town and stuff has been just like graffitied all along it and stuff, but like there's still smoke that comes up out of the ground all the time, and like there's just like sinkholes that pop up.
Well, maybe they should like pull a Russia and nuke it. I mean, it worked for Russia.
1983 and then 2024. Here's one with the smoke coming out of the highway. I don't know. I'm sort of on board with the whole ghost cities and ghost towns like Alec, but I mean Pripyat definitely would just be like the right up there at the top. So.
I get that because like I'll watch they're in this Egyptian tomb and then all of a sudden they pull out the 3D scanner and I'm like, oh, I know how that works.
Yeah.
I can run the software and know how to clean all the images up perfectly fine.
I mean, that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, until next week, I would like to remind everybody to find us on Instagram, join our Discord, find us on Noster, find us on Noster, and make sure to subscribe to us on your podcatcher of choice. What's up?
You forgot sponsors.
Not sponsors, affiliates. We have no sponsors. I am your sponsor. And because of the bourbon, I'm not a very good sponsor. So sure, that's true. Our affiliates of the week this week. It's been a while, so I keep forgetting. Our affiliates of the week. Let's go with we are going to go with Tuttle Twins. Actually, you know what? I forgot I was going to use Tuttle Twins for last week because it's a book and the show was all about books. So that was last episode, right? I think so. Anyways, the Tuttle Twins book set is great for kids pretty much of all ages and young adults. It they make board books for toddlers. They make learn how to read books. They make choose your own adventure books. They have history books. They have all kinds of stuff. But the coolest thing about them is they are all written with a liberty mindset, with an economic mindset as far as teaching kids the Australian the Austrian school of economics, unlike our current system, our fiat world, and teaching kids about their money, and just their personal liberties. It's just a great book set. Check them out today. Go to the link on our website, and also just look, because usually when you get onto their website, they are running some kind of promotional deal. I know they were just doing a back to school. I think it was 40 or 50% off everything deal going on. And then they have some bundle packages, which I got my kids the bundle packages, or one of the bundle packages, when I first found out about them and everything. And that was pretty much 50% off. And with the bundle packages, you get the books, you get, usually in the bundles, you get books. Sometimes you get like an audio book download. Other times you also get like a digital copy of each of the books, plus some worksheets. Like if you wanted to turn any of it into a homeschool lesson at all. You get like worksheets and stuff that you can download off of their website for free when you buy the bundles, um, and just lots of cool stuff. And then our next affiliate of the week, I guess this could be considered a sponsor, just because it's also me. Um, Sam, where do you get your favorite paintball equipment at low prices, or your favorite low dollar or budget
first of all,
paintball gear?
first of all, I go to ansgear.com. No, I go to
Fuck
Suckless
that.
PB. I go to Suckless PB. I can get some pretty awesome stickers. I can get some pretty good apparel, some pretty nice designed apparel. You know,
I was looking for one of the stickers in my bundle of stickers right here.
yeah, no. One of them, my favorite one is the one that has the inventory tag that says "stolen by." You
Yep,
know,
yep. The
the pod
the
thief.
the pod thief, the stick on pods, and when you're out on the field and stuff, when somebody, because paintball players, we see pods on the ground, you just gotta take them.
Yeah, if it hasn't been claimed for a point or two, you're just like, all right, like
Yep.
you know,
And these stickers
we're not heartless. We're not
these
heartless.
stickers
We don't
have a
instantly
spot where you can write your name. So then they are it's now your pod. Your name is on that pod.
You sit there, you go, ooh, Dialoclid.
There you go. But yes, sucklesspb.com. Check it out. I am in the process of making some or designing some new jerseys to just some more themed jerseys. Like there might be a tactical koala jersey coming out. Definitely of those three dudes jersey. There may be some Nosta related ones. Some 90s kids or 90s era retro stuff coming out thanks to somebody's suggestion. So
And here's the thing: you don't have to play paintball to try one of these. If you like competitive shooting, they're perfect for that too. They're great. They're lightweight. They breathe really well. Even if you're not a paintball guy, okay, if you go like do 2-gun, 3-gun matches, but
we
don't
have
want to
them.
wear a regular t-shirt, there you go. It's a
Yep.
great idea. It's great,
We have full length like long sleeve jerseys. We have t-shirt jersey styles. Yeah, lots of different stuff. So check it out. Sucklesspb.com. Also, you can find SucklessPB on Noster. But anyways, also subscribe to us on your podcatcher of choice. I highly recommend fountain.fm, where you can also earn Satoshis for listening to podcasts. And then you can also share those with your favorite podcasters. So if you want, you don't have to. Sometimes I don't like to, and I just save all mine. So anyways, check it out, fountain.fm. Until next week, this is Luke.
This is John.
and the Sam.
And keep your powder dry. Thank you, everybody.